Hello, and welcome. I am so glad you are here today. You are listening to TrueGritEnglish. This is a place where we grow together. We talk about life, we talk about mindset, and we practice our English in a natural way. We post new videos every single day. If you enjoy these topics, please consider subscribing to our channel. It is a small way to support us, and it helps you stay on your path to improvement. Now, find a comfortable place. Take a deep breath. Let's begin. Have you ever had a bad day? Of course you have. We all have. Imagine this. You are driving your car. Suddenly, another car cuts you off. They are driving fast and being dangerous. In that second, your heart starts to beat very fast. Your face feels hot. Your hands grip the steering wheel very tightly. You want to honk your horn. You want to yell. You want to show that person that they were wrong. This is a reaction. It happens in less than a second. It is fast. It is loud. And usually, it makes us feel worse. Today, we are talking about something different. We are talking about the strength of not reacting. This is one of the most important skills you can learn in your life. It is not about being weak. It is not about letting people walk over you. It is about power. It is about keeping your power instead of giving it away to someone else. Think about the word reaction. A reaction is like an echo. Someone makes a sound, and you repeat it. Someone is angry, and you become angry. Someone is rude, and you become rude. When you react immediately, you are not in control. The other person is in control. They are pulling the strings, and you are moving like a puppet. But there is a better way. There is a very famous idea from a wise man. He said that between a problem and a reaction, there is a space. A tiny, quiet space. In that space is our freedom. In that space is our power to choose. When you learn to find that space, your whole life changes. Instead of a fast, hot reaction, you choose a slow, cool response. This is the power of the pause. Let's think about this for a moment. Why is it so hard to stay calm? It is hard because our bodies want to protect us. Thousands of years ago, if a large animal tried to attack us, we had to react fast. We had to fight or we had to run. This kept us alive. But today, we don't usually fight large animals. Instead, we fight with people on the internet. We fight with a person who takes our parking spot. We fight with a family member who says something we don't like. Our brain thinks these small problems are big dangers. It rings a loud fire alarm in our heads. But most of the time, there is no fire. There is just a small moment of discomfort. When you choose not to react, you are telling your brain, I am safe. There is no fire here. You are staying calm while the storm is blowing all around you. Imagine you are a tall, strong mountain. The wind blows against the mountain. The rain falls on the mountain. Sometimes, there is a loud thunderstorm. Does the mountain move? Does the mountain get angry at the wind? No. The mountain just stays there. It is solid. It is quiet. The storm passes, but the mountain remains. You can be that mountain. When someone is mean to you, it is like a gust of wind. If you react, you are like a leaf. A leaf gets blown away by every little breeze. A leaf has no control over where it goes. But if you are the mountain, the words just hit you and fall to the ground. You stay exactly where you are. You keep your peace. This sounds simple, but I know it is not easy. It takes a lot of practice. We are so used to reacting. We think we have to defend ourselves. We think that if we stay quiet, we are losing. But I want you to change your mind about that. In a fight, the person who stays calm is usually the one who wins. Why? Because they can think clearly. When you are angry, your brain becomes cloudy. You say things you don't mean. You make mistakes. You hurt people you love. Later, when you calm down, you feel regret. You wish you could take the words back, but you can't. Now, think about the opposite. Think about a time you stayed calm when someone was trying to make you angry. Maybe you just looked at them. Maybe you took a deep breath and walked away. How did that feel? Usually, it feels very good. It feels like a victory. You kept your dignity. You didn't let their bad mood become your bad mood. This is what we mean by the strength of not reacting. It is a quiet strength. It doesn't need to shout. It is the strength of a person who knows who they are. Let's look at another example. Imagine you get a text message. It is from someone you don't like, and the message is rude. Your first instinct is to type a mean reply. Your thumbs move fast. You want to win the argument. Stop. Look at the phone. Look at the space between your finger and the screen. That is your space of freedom. You can put the phone down. You can go for a walk. You can make a cup of tea. You can choose to reply in an hour, or a day, or not at all. By not reacting, you are saying, my peace of mind is more important than this message. You are choosing yourself. This is the first step on a long journey. It starts with small things. It starts with noticing that fast feeling in your chest. It starts with choosing to wait for just 3 seconds before you speak. Those 3 seconds can change your whole day. They can save a friendship. They can keep you from making a big mistake. In this video, we are going to explore this more deeply. We are going to talk about why our bodies react the way they do. We will talk about how to handle people who try to push our buttons. And we will learn how to build a life that is full of peace instead of drama. It is a beautiful way to live. It is a quiet way to live. And it starts with a simple choice. The choice to stop, to breathe, and to wait. I want you to think about one thing right now. What is something that usually makes you react quickly? Is it a certain person? Is it a certain situation at work? Just name it in your head. Recognizing it is the beginning of your power. Take one more deep breath with me. We are just getting started. Now that we understand the power of the pause, we need to look deeper into why we feel these things in the first place. We need to understand what triggers us. We have talked about the power of the pause. We know that staying calm is a strength. But to use that strength, we need to understand what pulls us away from our peace. We need to talk about triggers. A trigger is like a button. When someone or something pushes that button, you have an emotional reaction. It happens fast. It feels automatic. One moment you are fine, and the next moment, you are upset. To gain control, you must become a student of yourself. You must learn which buttons are yours. We all have them. For some people, a trigger is being ignored. For others, it is when someone questions their work. Maybe your trigger is when someone is late, or when the house is messy. These are not just thoughts. They are feelings in the body. I want you to start noticing how your body speaks to you. Before you say an angry word, your body gives you a warning. Think about it. When you get frustrated, what happens first? Do your shoulders move up toward your ears? Does your stomach feel tight, like a knot? Maybe your heart starts to thump against your ribs. These are the physical signs of a reaction. This is actually your brain trying to help you. It is an old part of the brain. It is very fast, but it is not very smart. It sees a rude comment or a long line at the bank and it thinks, danger. We are under attack. But we are not under attack. We are just inconvenienced. We are just annoyed. When you feel those physical signs, that is your signal. That is your alarm clock. Instead of letting the alarm make you panic, use it as a reminder to breathe. Say to yourself, I feel my heart beating fast. I feel my hands getting tight. This is a trigger. Naming the feeling takes away some of its power. When you say, I am feeling triggered, you are looking at the emotion instead of being inside the emotion. You are the observer. Let's look at a daily example. Imagine you are at work. You worked very hard on a project. You feel proud of it. Then, a coworker looks at it and says, are you sure this is right? It looks a bit messy to me. Immediately, your defense button is pushed. You want to say, well, your work isn't perfect either, or you don't know what you're talking about. Stop. Feel the heat in your face. That is the trigger. Ask yourself, why does this hurt? Usually, it is because we care about what people think, or we feel that we are not being respected. But here is a secret. Other people's words are often about them, not about you. Maybe that coworker had a bad morning. Maybe they are worried about their own job. When they are mean to you, they are showing you their own internal storm. If you react, you are jumping into their storm. You are getting wet for no reason. Stay on the dry ground. Look at the trigger. It is just a word. It cannot hurt you unless you catch it and hold on to it. Let's try a small exercise. Think of a person who often makes you feel annoyed. It could be a neighbor, a relative, or a stranger on the street. Now, imagine them saying something that usually bothers you. See yourself standing there. Feel the trigger starting to grow. Now, imagine a glass wall between you and that person. Their words hit the glass and slide down to the floor. They never reach you. You see their mouth moving, but you stay calm. You stay quiet. This is how we train our minds. We do it in our imagination so we can do it in real life. We also have internal triggers. Sometimes, we are our own worst enemy. We think about a mistake we made yesterday. We think about something embarrassing we said years ago. We get angry at ourselves. We react to our own thoughts. This is also a trap. You cannot change the past by reacting to it with sadness or anger. You can only change the present. When an old, bad thought comes into your mind, treat it like a trigger. Notice it. Feel the discomfort. Then, let it go like a cloud moving across the sky. The goal is to become unshakable. To be unshakable does not mean you never feel emotions. It means your emotions do not drive the car. You are the driver. The emotions are just passengers. Sometimes they are loud. Sometimes they are annoying. But they do not get to touch the steering wheel. Every time you choose not to react to a trigger, you are building a muscle. It is a mental muscle. The first time is very hard. The second time is a little easier. After a while, you start to enjoy the feeling of being calm. You start to like the person you are when you don't lose your temper. You begin to realize that most things are not worth your energy. Your energy is a limited resource. Why spend it on a person who was rude in traffic? Why spend it on a small mistake? Save your energy for the things that truly matter. Save it for your goals, your family, and your happiness. Think about your day so far. Did you have any triggers? Did you react to them? Or did you find that small space? There is no wrong answer. This is just a way to learn. If you did react, do not be angry at yourself. Just notice it. Say, okay, next time I will try to catch it sooner. Growth is a slow process. It is a quiet process. As we move forward, we are going to talk about a big fear. Many people think that if they don't react, they look weak. They think they are being a doormat for others to walk on. But that is not true. In fact, it is the exact opposite. True strength is quiet. True strength is having the power to do something, but choosing to stay still. In the next part, we are going to talk about why silence is actually your greatest weapon. We will look at how staying calm makes you the most powerful person in the room. But for now, just focus on your body. Focus on those small buttons. Watch them, learn them, and remember, you are the one in control. One of the biggest lies we are told is that we must always speak up. We are told that we must defend ourselves. We feel that if we stay silent, we are losing. We worry that people will think we are afraid. We worry they will think we are weak. But I want you to look at it differently today. Think about a big, heavy rock. If you throw a small pebble at that rock, does the rock move? Does it cry out? No. The rock stays exactly where it is. The pebble hits it and falls to the ground. The pebble is gone, but the rock remains. Is the rock weak because it did not move? Of course not. It is strong because it is solid. It is strong because it does not need to respond to something so small. When someone is being rude to you, they are throwing a pebble. They want to see you move. They want a reaction. When you give them a reaction, you are giving them what they want. You are showing them that their words have power over you. When you stay silent, you are showing them that their words have no power. You are showing them that you are the rock. This is a very quiet kind of strength. It is a confident strength. It is the strength of a person who does not need to prove anything. Think about a king or a queen in a movie. When someone shouts at them, do they shout back immediately? Usually no. They sit still. They look at the person. They stay calm. Their silence makes the other person feel small. Their silence shows that they are the one in charge. You can have that same royal strength in your own life. Imagine you are in a meeting at work. Or maybe you are at a dinner with your family. Someone says something that is meant to hurt your feelings. They are waiting for you to get angry. They are waiting for the show to start. Instead, you do nothing. You take a slow breath. You look them in the eye for a second, and then you go back to what you were doing. In that moment, who looks stronger? The person who is trying to start a fight, or the person who is too busy being peaceful to care? Everyone else in the room can feel it. They see that you are in control of yourself. They see that you are not easily shaken. That is how you earn respect. You don't earn respect by shouting. You earn respect by being the person who cannot be broken by a few mean words. Let's talk about what happens inside the other person when you don't react. Usually, an angry person is like a fire. Fire needs wood to keep burning. Your reaction is the wood. If you get angry back, you are throwing wood onto their fire. The fire gets bigger and hotter. But if you stay calm, if you stay silent, you are not giving the fire any wood. At first, the other person might get angrier. They might try harder to push your buttons. But eventually, the fire has nothing to burn. It gets smaller. It dies out. By staying silent, you are ending the conflict before it even begins. You are the one who decides when the conversation is over. That is true power. Now, some people might ask, but isn't it better to stand up for myself? There is a difference between standing up for yourself and reacting with emotion. Standing up for yourself is a choice. Reacting is a reflex. If someone is doing something truly wrong, you can speak. But you can speak with a calm voice. You can say, "I don't like how you are talking to me. I am going to leave now." Notice the difference. You are not shouting. You are not calling them names. You are simply stating a fact. You are making a boundary. And then, you use your silence. You walk away. You don't stay to hear their excuse. This is the ultimate form of self-protection. You are protecting your ears, your heart, and your energy. Let's think about our daily habits. How often do we react to things that don't even matter? Think about the internet. You see a comment that you disagree with. Your heart rate goes up. You want to type a long, angry reply. You want to show that person why they are wrong. But ask yourself, will this person change their mind? Probably not. Will this make my life better? No. It will only make me feel stressed for the next hour. When you choose to keep scrolling and stay silent, you are winning. You are saving your peace for something that is actually worth it. Silence gives you the time to think. When you don't speak right away, you can ask yourself, is this important? Is it true? Is it helpful? If the answer is no, then silence is your best friend. Practice this today. Try to find one moment where you would usually speak and choose to stay quiet instead. Maybe someone makes a joke you don't like. Maybe someone complains about the weather. Just listen. Smile a little bit. Stay in your own peaceful space. You will start to notice something interesting. When you speak less, people listen to you more. When you are the person who is usually calm and quiet, your words have more weight. People think, when this person speaks, it is important. You are no longer just noise in a noisy world. You are a steady, quiet force. I want you to remember this phrase. I don't have to attend every argument I am invited to. People will invite you to be angry. They will invite you to be stressed. They will invite you to be offended. You can look at that invitation and say, "No, thank you. I have better things to do with my time." This is not hiding. This is not being a coward. This is being a master of your own life. It feels good to be the person who doesn't react. It feels light. It feels free. You are no longer carrying the weight of everyone else's bad moods. You are just carrying your own peace. Take a moment now to enjoy that feeling of lightness. Imagine all the arguments you don't have to have. Imagine all the stress you are letting go of. We have learned that silence is a shield. We have learned that it is a sign of great inner strength. But how does this help us with the people we love? Sometimes it is easy to be silent with a stranger, but it is very hard to stay calm with a partner, a parent, or a child. In the next part, we are going to talk about how this quiet strength can actually save your relationships. We will look at how not reacting can turn a fight into a conversation. Let's keep going. We have talked about our own inner strength. We have talked about how silence can be a shield. Now, let's talk about the people in our lives. Our family, our friends, and our partners. These are the people we love the most. But often, These are the people who can push our buttons the hardest. Why is that? It is because we care so much. When a stranger is rude, it is easy to walk away. But when someone we love says something hurtful, it feels deep. It feels personal. We feel like we have to fix it right now. We feel like we have to defend our heart. But here's the truth. You cannot fix a relationship when the water is boiling. Think about a pot of water on a stove. If the water is boiling, it is moving everywhere. It is hot. It is dangerous. You cannot see the bottom of the pot because of the bubbles and the steam. If you try to reach in, you will get burned. Many of our arguments are like that boiling water. Both people are hot. Both people are moving too fast. No one can see clearly. When you choose not to react, you are taking the pot off the fire. You are letting the water become still. When the water is still, you can see the bottom. You can see what the real problem is. Usually, when someone we love gets angry, they are actually feeling something else. Maybe they are tired. Maybe they are worried about money. Maybe they feel like they are not being appreciated. Their anger is just a mask for their pain. If you react to their anger with more anger, you are only seeing the mask. You are fighting the mask. But if you stay calm, you can see the person behind it. Imagine your partner comes home. They had a very bad day at work. They look at the kitchen and say, "Why is it so messy in here? You never clean up." Your first reaction is to get angry. You want to say, "I've been working all day too. Why don't you help me?" But wait. Look for the space. In that space, you realize they aren't really mad about the kitchen. They are stressed about their boss. They are exhausted. If you shout back, the night will be ruined. You will both be upset. You might go to sleep without talking. But what if you don't react? What if you just take a breath and say, "It sounds like you had a really hard day. Do you want to sit down for a minute?" Look at what happened there. You didn't give the fire any wood. You didn't let their bad mood become your bad mood. Instead, you stayed calm, and your calmness became a gift to them. You gave them a safe place to land. This is called the mirror effect. People naturally mirror the emotions of the person they are with. If you are loud and angry, they will stay loud and angry. But if you stay quiet and steady, it is very hard for them to keep shouting. Your peace will eventually calm them down. It is like being an anchor for a boat. The boat is tossing and turning in the waves, but the anchor is deep under the water. It is heavy. It is still. Because the anchor is still, the boat eventually stops moving so much. You can be the anchor for your family. Let's talk about another tool. This is a very simple rule, but it is very powerful. It is the 24-hour rule. In our world today, we have phones in our hands all the time. We get text messages. We get emails. Sometimes, someone says something in a message that makes us feel very upset. We want to type a long, angry response. We want to press send immediately. I want to challenge you. When you feel that hot reaction to a message, wait. Do not reply. Put the phone in another room. Wait 24 hours. Usually, after one day, the emotion has passed. You look at the message again, and it doesn't seem so bad. Or, you find a way to reply that is much more professional and kind. You saved yourself from a lot of drama because you chose not to react in the moment. This works in person, too. If an argument is getting too hot, it is okay to say, "I am feeling a bit upset right now. I want to talk about this, but I need some time to think. Let's talk about it tomorrow." This is not running away. This is being smart. It is being a leader in your relationship. You are choosing to have a conversation instead of a fight. When you practice this, your relationships change. People start to trust you more. They know that you won't explode if they say the wrong thing. They feel safe with you. When people feel safe, they stop being so defensive. They open up. They tell you their real feelings. Your relationships become deeper. They become more peaceful. Think about the people in your life right now. Is there a person you often argue with? Imagine the next time they get upset. See yourself staying calm. See yourself listening without interrupted. It takes a lot of patience. It is not always easy to listen to someone who is being unfair. But remember, you are not doing it for them. You are doing it for your own peace. And you are doing it for the health of the relationship. A relationship is like a garden. Reactions are like weeds. If you let the weeds grow, they will take over the garden. They will kill the flowers. But if you stay calm, you are pulling the weeds out before they can grow. You are making room for love and understanding to bloom. Think about a time someone stayed calm with you when you were acting poorly. Maybe you were tired or stressed, and you said something mean. Instead of getting angry, that person was kind to you. How did that make you feel? You probably felt a little embarrassed, but you also felt very grateful. You felt respected. You can give that feeling to other people every single day. You can be the person who brings peace into the room. This is a beautiful way to live. It makes your home a happier place. It makes your friendships stronger. It makes your life much more simple. As we reach the final part of our journey today, we are going to look inward again. We have seen how not reacting helps us with the world and with others. Now, we will look at how it creates a deep, lasting peace inside our own hearts. We will talk about how to make this a habit for the rest of your life. Let's move into our final section together. We have traveled a long way together today. We have looked at the space between a problem and a reaction. We have learned about our triggers and the strength of silence. We have seen how calmness can heal our relationships. Now, we come to the most important part of all. This is about you. This is about the quiet world inside your own heart. At the end of the day, when the lights are low and the world is quiet, you are the one who has to live with your thoughts. When you spend your day reacting to everything, your mind feels like a stormy sea. It is messy. It is loud. It is exhausting. But when you practice the art of not reacting, you are building a quiet lake inside yourself. Even if the world outside is noisy, your inner lake stays still. This does not happen overnight. It is a daily practice. It starts when you wake up in the morning. Before you check your phone, before you look at the news, take 1 minute to just be. Tell yourself, today, I will keep my peace. Today, I will not let small things steal my joy. Think of your peace like a bag of gold. Every time you get angry at a stranger, you are giving away a piece of gold. Every time you argue about something small, you are throwing gold into the trash. Why would you do that? Your peace is the most valuable thing you own. It is more valuable than money. It is more valuable than being right. I want you to imagine your life 1 year from now. Imagine you have practiced this every single day. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you just wish them a safe trip. A coworker is rude, and you just feel sorry for them. A family member is grumpy, and you give them a hug instead of an argument. How does that version of you feel? That person is lighter. That person is happier. That person has more energy to chase their dreams because they aren't wasting it on nonsense. This journey is about freedom. Most people think they are free, but they are slaves to their emotions. If I can make you angry with just one word, then I am your master. If I can make you sad with one look, then I own you. But when you choose not to react, you break those chains. You are finally free. You are the master of yourself. You will find that as you change, the world around you seems to change too. When you stop looking for a fight, the fight stops finding you. When you bring calmness into a room, the room becomes calmer. You are like a light in a dark place. People will notice. They will ask you, how do you stay so relaxed? Why don't you get upset like everyone else? You don't have to explain it with many words. You just show them with your life. You show them that there is a better way to live. Let's think about the big picture for a moment. Our time here is limited. We only have a certain number of days, a certain number of breaths. Every minute you spend being angry is a minute you could have spent being happy. Every hour you spend dwelling on a mistake is an hour you could have spent building something beautiful. Life is too short to spend it in a state of war with the world. Think about the things that made you angry 5 years ago. Do they matter today? Probably not. You probably don't even remember most of them. So why let the problems of today hurt you? In 5 years, they will be gone too. When you feel a reaction coming, ask yourself this simple question. Will this matter in 1 year? If the answer is no, then let it go. Let it fall away like a leaf from a tree. The tree does not try to hold onto its old leaves. It lets them go so it can grow new ones in the spring. You must do the same. Let go of the old anger. Let go of the need to have the last word. Make room for the new things. Make room for peace. Make room for love. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. It is a sign of great character that you want to improve yourself. It shows that you have true grit. Remember, growth is not about being perfect. It is about trying. If you react poorly today, don't worry. Tomorrow is a new chance to try again. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. This is the work of a lifetime, and you are doing a great job. Before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. We often worry about the big things in life. We worry about our jobs, our health, and our future. But life is actually made of small moments. It is made of the seconds between the things that happen to us and how we respond to them. If you win those small moments, you win your life. If you stay calm in the small things, you will be strong in the big things. You have the power. You have the strength. You have the choice. Go out into your day now. Carry this peace with you. Breathe deeply. Walk slowly. And when the world tries to push you, just stand still. Be the mountain. Be the quiet lake. Thank you for listening to True Grit English. We are here for you every day, helping you build a stronger mind and a better life. If this message helped you, please share it with someone who needs a little more peace today. Until next time, take care of your heart. The world will always be full of noise. It will always be full of people who want to pull you into their storm. But you don't have to go. Your time is precious. Your energy is a gift. Don't waste your life.